YouTube, Susan here. Welcome to my channel, and we are today in Kevy's glorious guitar studio.
It'd be better if I had a bigger room.
Keeps trying to trade up on rooms. Anyway,
Why not? You just need to throw a bed in here and you can sleep. That's all you need. I need more space. Getting crowded in here.
less stuff. Anyway,
No.
uh, recently I rented this wireless headset at Long and McQuaid for two reasons. Okay, one is to review it here on my channel and give you guys a quick look at it and talk about the pros and cons. It is the Line 6 XD-V55L. That's the base unit. Okay, with that you get this and the belt pack and a Lavalier mic, which is a clip-on, and then you get your own headset. Now I rented it in this configuration, but you can't buy it like this. That package, the receiver, the belt pack, and the Lavalier clip-on mic, Long and McQuaid sells for $5.39 Canadian.
So
We are in Canada, so we talk Canadian unless otherwise noted, right?
Yep.
The headset that's on this unit right now is the Apex Compact Headworn Condenser mic for wireless systems, and they sell that for $129. Just the headset, okay? There is also a Line 6 version of the headset.
Wimpy version, that.
Yeah,
Very,
really
very
fine wires, really fine wires.
Like the headset part isn't bad. It's the wire that's got to go. It's too wussy.
But that Line 6 headset mic is $109. So for $20 more,
You get
the
50
Apex is
50
a
times better.
substantial upgrade to that, yeah. At least in our opinion, right? So anyway, I wanted to show you this on my channel, and I'm going to do the speaking parts because I don't do this.
She'll only sing in the car, and that's as far as she goes.
Yeah.
She might sing at church,
Yeah.
but I don't hear her because I'm the one playing
Yeah,
up on
I'm
stage
up
with the
in the
rest of
sound
the team.
Anyway, I'm going to be speaking. This is what you're hearing is the Line 6 when you're listening to me. And
When I'm gabbing, I'm on my Sennheiser,
yes,
which is actually $100 cheaper, actually, than
yes, it
this
is.
unit.
It is because this is $539, and the Sennheiser unit, the XS1, I think
Yeah.
it is wireless.
Yeah, and it comes actually with this headset that I'm
yeah.
wearing. It comes with a
And it's
neat little
and it's
box.
$439. So yeah, it's like $100 cheaper.
And I want to discuss with her to you guys in the video a little bit about the differences between this Line 6 versus even my Sennheiser unit, because I think it's important to give you guys some alternate options as well to look at. I'm not going to say don't buy the Line 6. I mean, I'm not a Line 6 fan, to be honest with you, for a reason. There are a lot of Line 6 lovers out there, and there are some very nice points about this Line 6 unit that I would say are really great. You know, because when you spend a little bit more money, you do get a few things a little bit more, okay? Even in the same brands, you're going to get a little bit more for your money always, right? But sometimes you can actually spend a little bit less and get a little bit more, depending on what you're going after. And that's the important thing here. So I'm not going to just, you know, I'm not going to totally bash the daylights out of this, but I am going to definitely pick on some negative points that you probably have not heard as of yet. Or very, very minimal amount of people have even ever mentioned or thought about even talking about.
And again, when it comes to reviews, it's not so much the pros and the cons. It's can you live with the cons?
Exactly. Can
Right?
you live with it? If you can, fine, go for
Yeah.
it. I don't care what you buy.
Reviews are meant to give you a broader knowledge base of what's going on. Is
What's
this
out there.
good? Is this bad? Is this faulty? Is this, you know, is this
Yeah.
a design flaw? Is this, can you live with this? And then you make up your own mind. That's what reviews are for, is to present you with the facts.
Like a lot of people bash on Gibson guitars. I have a Gibson. I
Yep.
have no qualms, you
Yep.
know. So
Yep.
I
So
have a
it's-
string butler to keep it in great tune. That's all I had to do to mine.
And you don't
So-
drop it all over the place. And
No,
snap the
I'll never
headstock
have a
and-
broken
Yeah,
headstock ever
yeah.
because I'm not going to put it into a situation where it's going to get damaged that way. I'm
Exactly.
very careful with my gear.
Exactly. So this is the same thing. Everything has its good and bad points, and it's
Everything.
whether you live with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we tell it straight up on both of our channels.
Yes.
Even when
yes.
sponsors send us stuff for free,
We are
some
not
people-
bought.
we're
Our
not bought.
opinion is our opinion, and
Yeah, you can't buy me. I've had
No.
sponsors try and buy
no.
me.
Yep.
Oh, we'll
same
send you
here.
the product and we'll pay you. And
Same
it's like,
here.
no.
No.
You
Give
can-
us
you
a
can send me-
five-star
send me-
review,
Yeah.
and it's like no. If
No.
it's worth 5, then 5.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to guarantee a 5.
Or do us a good review and we'll give you your money back. It's
Yeah.
like,
No.
no.
We
That's
don't
a
work
red
like
flag
that.
right there. I'm sorry, but nothing's perfect and nothing gets a 5-star.
Okay.
Anyways, continue on
Anyway,
with this.
so-
So we've gone over the price options here.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the unit.
We have some experience with this. Our pastor was running a Line 6. This model.
Plus, we've had other Line 6
Plus, we've had the
experience.
other Line 6 experiences, like the Play and stuff.
And I have a lot of Line 6 product experiences.
Yeah.
Even just testing crap out to see
So-
what it's like.
Anyway, this is a metal belt pack,
Which is nice.
which is nice. It's nice and sturdy and stuff. But the problem is the battery door is on the side.
Which is not a big deal. It's the fact that it's a very weak clipping system.
It's a weak clipping system, and do not drop this.
so
Do not at all.
what we found a little bit with Line 6, you can get, it can happen, not to every unit I'm sure, but you can get a momentary dropout. Now, it's a very short dropout, and your audience is not going to catch it likely, but if
But
you
on
have
a recording,
But on a recording,
you
when
notice
you
when it
listen
clips
to it
into
back,
a word.
you'll hear it clip. Okay,
clips
now
into a word and
that
makes
was
it
something
blah.
that was happening to our pastor's unit, and that actually can kind of drive our translator a little bit bonkers when he's trying to go over the footage that we record in our services, you know, because it's
To
like,
put-
oh, I got to tighten that
yeah.
up and try and get rid of that blockage, and then, oh, a word might get collisioned somewhere else. It was very troublesome. So we sent the unit in to get checked out. They sent it back.
It was under warranty.
It was
So.
under warranty. Still got dropouts. It's like, what the? This is unacceptable. Send it back again. Now, the last time we'd gotten it back, things seemed to be okay. We didn't check for the dropouts at that point, but he did actually accidentally drop the unit. Now, it got dropped on the carpet, which underneath it is wood flooring. So it's not a very hard surface, really.
No.
But it is a shock to the system regardless. And the battery door clip system broke that
it
easily.
would not stay closed.
So if you happen to accidentally drop these type of transmitters from Line 6, whether it's for a microphone or for a guitar hook-in style belt pack like this with this kind of a clip system, if it happens to hit the battery door when it drops, kiss it goodbye likely. Your chances of survival are very minimal where it's going to even lock again. And so that becomes a bit of a problem. And that's a very bad weak point to me.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have a good, reliable system for that. All right, to lock those batteries in. So a better door system, better latching system, maybe a little bit longer tongue on the thing, and make that out of metal too, like the rest of the unit instead of plastic, because that is a plastic system for the door. So
And maybe relocate the door because it is very
yeah,
vulnerable
put it
right
in a
there
spot
on the
where
edge.
if it did drop.
It's like
I mean,
bang.
when this
you know.
belt pack is on you, it's actually sitting upside down. So
Yes.
it's actually sitting in this position, which I find that can be bad if you happen to be sitting down, because then your leg,
it will bend the.
if it's not in, like
mic
if
connection.
it's more in the front of you, your leg is going to bend it and can snap at that. If it's behind you, it might not be so bad, but then it's going to tear into the wire here. So that was kind of actually, they should actually reverse that clip the other direction, to be honest. I don't know if it can be, but
I'm pretty sure it's one screw, so maybe you
well,
could.
maybe you could. Maybe you could flip
could
it.
flip it
should be
around.
flipped.
Yep.
But the battery door is a weak point on it. Now, the other thing we found out too is this also has a battery monitor system, not just with a little LED going, oh, look at me, I got a 3/4 battery. Oh, look at me, I'm down to a half. Oh, look at me, I'm
Yeah.
almost dead. This has a timer on it.
This has numbers. This
And the
right now
timer-
it's saying 420, 4:20.
Yeah, and when she first turned
So,
on the unit, it was like at 7
7.
hours.
And we
'Cause-
haven't
'cause it
had it
has
on
an-
for 3 hours.
No, and it has an 8-hour battery life, apparently.
Yeah.
It's what it's rated for. But it's been bouncing.
Yeah.
It went from 7 to down to
7 to 3,
7 to
20,
3 to
then up to
to
440, and
and
then
then-
back down to 3 something, and
then up
then
to
it went to
5
5.
something.
Now it's 420. Like, you can't rely on this
No.
for your timing.
This part is a lot more reliable, probably,
it
with
is.
the indicator here. That would be great, because it's your sound technician that's going to be monitoring
That's
not
gonna see
only
this
everything
part.
else that he or she has to do, but they also have to keep an eye on your battery pack to know if you're getting low or not,
Yes.
which generally you shouldn't be getting low if you're always starting with fresh batteries. You should be able to make it through, but depends on how long you're talking for, all that other jazz. It varies, right? But
But
at least
I
this is more
found
reliable.
this scale a lot more reliable because I could see the bars going down. Whereas looking at a time here and having it going up and down, just
Yeah.
you
yeah.
can't rely on this
No.
part. But I did see the batteries going down, and I knew when I needed to replace the batteries in the pack before he started the sermon.
Yeah. Okay,
It's handy.
so the other thing we have here is we're limited to only 12 channels. That's it.
Yes.
You only get 12. Even my Sennheiser has 10 banks of 10, so I have a boatload of channels I can go through, and I'm on UHF. Here's where it gets, to me, to be problematic with this 2.4 gigahertz stuff.
Yes.
I'm running what's called True Wireless, which is the Boss wireless guitar system. To give you a little bit of an idea, it's just a little dongle that hangs out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, other alleged pro wireless systems, as we call them, would be something like a Line 6 or a Sennheiser or a Shure, which is a body clip with a wire that plugs into your guitar. Now, of course, the nice thing about that system is if you're going to have any kind of hiccups or whatever, it should generally be only at that wire, so you just replace that cable, which, by the way, is very expensive. I've looked into all the wireless options there are before I got into any of my wireless stuff. And True Wireless is actually the cheaper, more beneficial way to go, in my opinion. But get a good one like a Boss. But anyway, so the problem with 2.4 gigahertz here is, one, we're limited to 12 channels only. That's it. My Boss can frequency hop to 14. It finds the cleanest channel, and that's what it locks onto. Our worship leader also using the same Boss system as me. Same system. So he binds his units together, plugs both in, then I bind mine, then I can plug both of mine in. This way, no collisions, right? That is the only 2.4 gigahertz gear we have in the church, and we have a lot of wireless equipment. Having this on 2.4, that could collide with one of our guitars, okay? Which means we would have to unplug whichever one is causing the collision. We'll find out, because one of us will just get knocked out or staticked. Then you got to take it apart, rebind again, and then you're
back
good to
in.
go.
Yep.
And it's not a big deal to rebind. It's just a matter of you unplug them both and you plug them both together. That's a whole other. You can check my video for the Boss wireless system. You'll see how that works. But I don't think that headsets should be 2.4 gigahertz.
This should be UHF.
And if you are using 2.4 gigahertz wireless sets, you should be using UHF wireless guitar systems that are not the true wireless like this. Okay, so body pack systems, okay? That would be your only way to avoid a lot of possible collision issues, because when you get a full band together with your bass player, your guitar players, however many guitars you got going on stage, you got your drummer who might have a headset who wants to sing, you got your singers on top of that. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is a lot of channels you're sucking up. You got to have equipment to handle that. Now, this is not top-of-the-line equipment, this Line 6.
No.
Even my Sennheiser is not top-of-the-line for Sennheiser, and Sennheiser is right now the industry top dog. That's a whole other story, but so what we're going to do next for you guys is I'm going to take off my Sennheiser, and I'm going to wear the line 6, and I'm going to do both headsets at once.
Ah.
This
Okay.
way we can go back, and then we'll already have the line
Yeah.
6 headset plugged in
Economy
for her
of
to
movement.
finish. Well, it'll also help finish off the video with her talking on the other one, so you can hear what the speech difference is between the Apex and the line 6, and you're going to hear the singing difference between the Apex and the line 6. And if you've been on my channel recently, you'll have already heard this Sennheiser with me playing and singing. So anyways, I'm going to mute myself now. I get a mic on the left side. I prefer it on the left, but can't be too picky. Okay, let's hook this up so that nothing goes flying anywhere. Hopefully. I'm not going to fiddle-faddle with the wire to try and get it behind me. Okay, let's try and adjust this a little bit. Okay. I might actually buy an Apex for mine if this works out all right. Now, what I'm going to play and sing is something I wrote. This way YouTube can stay off everybody's butts here, especially my wife's, because this is her channel. So for those YouTubers on the Google network, she has permission to have this in her video. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. There, you got it verbally.
There you go, you did.
My wife gets the permission, that's it. I wanna serve you, Lord, for the rest of my days. I want to be like Jesus. I wanna make the lame to walk and the blind to see. Open up the prison doors and set the captives free. Oh Lord, I want to be like Jesus in every way. Now there are no vocal effects going on here. I do have my aux monitor on because I got to be able to hear my electric guitar. And it's to help to see if there's going to be an interference with the audio coming off the aux and hitting into the mic if it actually cancels the way it's supposed to cancel out. Because my Sennheiser system, it doesn't matter if it picks up my electric guitar at loud volumes or my acoustic guitar right up close, it cancels out that guitar. As soon as I start singing, the mic will cancel out the guitar, so only the vocals get put through my headset, which is pretty sick technology. I like it. So anyways, I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to go to the line 6 headset and do the same thing again and see what happens. Are we live? Oh yeah, we're live. It's a little louder.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to put that in my pocket, keep it safer. I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to drop it.
Just don't drop it.
Be like, oh, you just bought a new headset. Okay, so I'm already getting feedback, and lots of it. Let's see if we can unkink that a little bit. Whoa, check it, check it, check it. Okay, same level, I'm getting feedback.
Yeah.
So this mic has a little bit more higher output than the Apex. It's actually more sensitive. So it's got a heck of a lot more output. So I'm going to have to adjust. So you have to move. Check, 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 check. Where are we? Can't remember where I plugged you into. Oh yeah, somewhere in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. Just turn the gain down a little bit. Maybe that'll help. We're live. Check, check, check. Oh, that's better.
This is where you get the truth, folks.
So already we know that the line 6 definitely has more output. I can still hear a bit. Turn the volume down just a little bit, just the slider. It's the last channel that's lit there. Yeah. Keep going. Check, 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 check. Whoa, check, check. Up a little. Up, 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 up. Okay. Let's try that and see what it sounds like in the mix. That's good. Okay, so not bad. We did have to turn the gain down a few notches and lower the level a bit. So it is a lot more sensitive. Listening through an aux speaker, it's really hard to tell the difference for me because aux speakers just aren't that responsive compared to listening to the playback that's recorded. But anyways, I'm going to give this back to Susan. She can talk to you through this. And I'm going to give you guys a little sample through the Sennheiser. All right, we're live. So this is going to be the Sennheiser now that I'm on. Check it, check it, check, check. All right, chicken. I wanna serve you, Lord, for the rest of my days. I want to be like Jesus. I wanna make the lame to walk and the blind to see. Open up the prison doors and set the captives free. Oh Lord, I want to be like Jesus in every way. Voila. Okay, so that is all dry signal. There's no reverb on any of this stuff going on. No enhancements on the guitar either. It's just going right into my GT1000 board, which is now hooked direct to my mixer. I took it off my Katana amp. I've been doing some experimenting on a clean amp sound that I created. But anyways, I actually prefer my Sennheiser, to be honest. I like it. Now, the Sennheiser unit is $100 cheaper, as we mentioned.
And you get the whole thing.
And you get the entire whole thing. You get a receiver box that has like 10 different bands with 10 channels on each, all UHF.
No pesky antennas.
No, actually no antennas at all on my Sennheiser. Now higher end Sennheisers do have antennas, but not on mine. This has got 2 pesky antennas that are bulky and they can be in your way, and
Yeah.
I think antennas are kind of dumb nowadays, but whatever. Now my pack is not metal like the Line 6 is, so for $100 more, you get a metal pack in a Line 6. Now in a Sennheiser, you're going to spend a lot more to get a metal pack, but you're also going to get a lot more bells and whistles than even what the Line 6 has in a Sennheiser. The Sennheisers are loaded. Check out the G3 Evolution on my channel from Sennheiser. Now, this also has a battery indicator that is extremely accurate, I found. It tells me what bank I'm on and what channel I'm on. And now in here, now here's a huge difference. For $100 less, I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of dB. Or no,
cuts.
4 levels, sorry, 4 levels. 0, -10, which I'm on now, because 0 is like wide open. It's like having full gain, okay? And then you got -20 and -30, okay? You got a sync button. Power button is hidden away, so you can't accidentally or purposely turn it on or off. You have to actually open the door. You
Which
have,
I find handy.
yeah,
That's good.
you have a slider switch that is
Yeah.
for mute, okay, as opposed to pushing and holding, and it'll mute eventually. Now, even though this has a plastic door, it's very heavy, thick gauge plastic, okay? Very heavy-duty hinge system, too. So if this thing hit the
Dual
ground,
clip.
it is more than likely going to survive. And actually, Susan, while I'm talking, grab the transmitter on top over there of the FiFine. I want to show them what you could buy for $50. No, to the right.
This one.
Body pack, yes. Okay, so anyways, the hookups for the mics are different. Now, I can buy the Apex mic that you heard me singing through and her talking through.
Yeah.
I can get that Apex mic for this headset because it comes with a bunch of adapters to work with any headset out there, which is kind of cool. $129, which I'm thinking I might go for
Canadian.
that, depending on how the recording turns out when I listen back to this, because if I hear what I heard on that all wireless headset, I'm not going to be very thrilled as far as singing goes, but
No.
you know, we'll see what happens. You'll know because I'll buy it
Is
and
it?
I'll have it. You'll know about it. If I don't buy
Yeah.
it, you're not going to know anyway.
Yeah.
But anyways, so even though this is a plastic body pack and it's a little bit, I guess it's physically, they're about almost the same. That's actually quite
So
heavy.
Shorter. And
This is much
yeah,
lighter.
This is
A little
metal.
bit different clip system, but I actually like the clip on this because it's a lot smoother going on and off, and it's a secure fit to my belt. That fits
It's
really
just
loose on
a-
my. That fits really loose on my belt. That would pop off very easy. Even though it's a really heavy-duty metal clip, they got something right on that. It is a heavy-duty clip. It does fit the belt very loose, which I don't like because that is a prone tendency that it could come off your belt too easily. This doesn't come off that easily, even though it's a wire clip system. But anyways, so there's your differences there. So definitely let us know what you guys think of the Sennheiser versus even this Line 6 on the singing side. Now, like I said, it's all dry signal. No vocal effects, no vocal pitch corrections, no reverbs, none of that stuff was used, including nothing on the guitar. About the driest you're ever going to get in your life, which is basically you're playing your acoustic guitar and singing without a mic system around the campfire. Basically what you get here on the whole dry thing, and you're making noise. Stop.
I gotta say the Line 6 headset, I don't really like. Okay, it fits really weird. It hangs way low, like it's digging in underneath my ear,
Yeah.
and the mic is down here.
Which you might be able to adjust a little bit of that.
Well, it's just it's awkward feeling. Okay, and
Oh, the Apex fits really nice. I like
yeah,
the Apex.
the Apex fits nice. It feels more substantial, like you're actually wearing a headset.
Yeah.
This is kind of, it hangs low. It's not, it's really fine wire.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
when
I
the
don't.
pastor had this and we had guest speakers and stuff, it's like, do we put them on the pastor's mic?
Because if something happens,
no,
snap.
actually,
Like even
But
even the
you-
Sennheiser's heavy duty wiring.
let them use the pulpit mic, because that fine wire keep adjusting for different head sizes is gonna wear it
Oh, it's gonna give.
real quick.
Something's gonna give.
So
Now the other thing about the Line 6 too, we found out, unless it's somewhere hidden in the manual, there's no gain control.
no, I can't ever remember having a control.
So if it
It-
does exist, it's
It's
somewhere in the
not
manual
on
we
the
haven't seen.
the battery pack for sure. It's not here,
And I checked the manual and couldn't find nothing.
and it's yeah.
So basically it's a fixed system.
So it's a
Which
fixed system.
it's not
except
bad,
for
but
the board you plug it into. You got gain there.
Yeah.
But that's it.
yeah. So this at least is not fixed. I can change
It
this.
has.
So if I go to 0 dB, this might feedback. So, okay, it didn't feedback, but that's wide open. That's full
Wow.
gain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear it.
And then I go to 10, minus 10. You can still hear me. I can see the meters bouncing on my screen here. We're recording
Yes.
this on my iMac.
Yes.
Minus 20 dB is next. So here's minus 20 dB.
Whoa,
Minus 20, that's really low.
that's way low.
Let's hit minus 30. Minus 30, minus 30.
You might as
Oh,
well not
that's-
have it on.
you can probably barely even hear me at all.
Yeah.
And then back to 0, and now minus 10. Depending on your situation and how you need to set things up, you could get away with going 0 gain, but you're going to have to turn the volume down on the box. See, that's the other thing on the Sennheiser. Not only do you have override control here, where you can override your tech can also override your butt on the board, and on the receiver box it has a
Yes.
volume gain to go into the board with. So there's 3 different combinations of getting a
3 different
perfect
points
setup
to get it to where you
to
need
get it right balls where you need it, right?
Yeah.
Where this, nope, it
This
doesn't
this
appear to
is-
have that.
This is fixed. There's
and-
nothing.
Like I said, I could be wrong. There may be some kind of programming in there where you can program a gain, but usually it's a dial of some sort on systems.
No.
You know,
No, you
or
got
you have
on,
none
off,
or
you
you have
got
none at
mute.
all. It could be
You
somewhere
got
in this.
select and you got value.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
and it could be somewhere in there. Who knows? But I couldn't find it in the manual. But I want to quickly show you this before we go.
We're
This
talking
is
all
this
things
is.
wireless.
Let's do the triple threat.
Yeah.
Another video. Anyway, so this is my FiFine unit, one half of it. The other half is just a plug-in receiver that runs off batteries. These units run off hydro. So anyways, this is like $50, and it was sent to my wife for review.
Yep.
So you can check out her channel on it,
Yep. I have. the
and
video.
check out mine because I did my own reviews,
And it
right?
was. Yeah.
And then she gave it to
in
me
the
after
studio.
because I
Yeah.
actually used this stuff. Now it has not a bad clip on it. It's pretty sturdy. I've actually popped the clip a couple times just because it's mounted on the sides. Also uses 2 AA batteries like the Sennheiser, like the Line 6.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is no gain control on this thing, and there's no mute. Okay,
No,
but for
I had to
$50
mute the board, Yep.
this thing. If you there's a video, well, a number of music videos on my channel, Christian videos. I think Blessed Be Your Name is one of them, and a few other videos I've done where I'm singing. I use this. And check out those videos on my channel, and you'll hear what this one sounds like. And you can even compare it against, you know, this one that has a little bit of vocal effects to it. And, of course, our entire dry mix here going on. So you got a really rounded out knowledge base. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy a $50 FiFine unit, but you could if you wanted to if you're on a really super tight budget.
But it's all about comparison.
this is
what
also
you like to
UHF.
hear.
Yeah, this is also UHF.
Yes.
Okay, there are other compatible headsets on the market, and I'm actually curious about something. We got to cover this. I know we're at 30. Never mind. We'll cover that in another day. We're at 34 minutes.
Which we've covered a lot of stuff.
We've covered a
in
lot.
34 minutes.
So what's our bottom line here? Our bottom line is, as far as we can tell, the Line 6 is a pretty good unit as far as audio response goes. Even in the church, it sounds
Yes.
good.
It did
Singing
sound
through
good.
it sounded good. With talking, it's really good that way.
Mhm.
Downsides, in my opinion, is that it should have been on UHF, not 2.4 gigahertz band. The battery door is abhorrently disgusting garbage.
You got
I've
the
heard, and I've
dropouts.
heard a lot of people complain about the battery door thing.
Yeah.
You have the tendency where you could get dropouts happen. okay? And that is something that the playback of that audio, you're going to really hear it. At really loud volumes, gigging, you may hear it, and the crowd may hear it. But in church, we didn't really hear it other than our guy that does the audio. He was like, huh? Now, he can hear really good. And I don't pay attention to listen for dropouts, but he was hearing them. But he definitely confirmed it on the audio recordings that they were there. But most people wouldn't pick that out. You know, oh, there's dropouts going on. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Now, that was an isolated incident. It may or may not happen. Who knows? Okay.
Yeah.
12 channels, I think, is extremely limited to only having 12 only, and that's it, especially even for 2.4
And
gigahertz.
they don't hop. You have to
Oh yeah,
physically
you
change
have
the
to.
channels.
Yeah, you got to physically change them. They don't frequency hop to find the cleanest channel, which is something that's stupid. I find that 2 antennas is really overkill for 2.4 gigahertz. There shouldn't be any. I'm running UHF with my Sennheiser, and I have no antennas sticking out. They're built right into the box. I have a over 300-foot range. This is
Nice
rated
and
for the same
clean
kind of range.
setup, yeah.
I have actually more features for less money in my Sennheiser than this thing has. The difference is I just don't have a metal box. Big whoop. If you take care of your equipment, it takes care of you, bottom line.
And my
The,
vote is for the Apex.
yeah, the Apex is a very heavy-duty cable in comparison to the Line 6. It's like
And-
almost 3 times
and
the wire. The wire is almost 3 times thicker. Almost. It's more comfortable
It's
to
more
wear.
substantial, like you know you've got a headset, right?
The microphone gooseneck is much better too, easier to maneuver it around and so on. So I would recommend definitely the Apex if you're going to
Apex,
do that.
yeah.
Now I'd recommend the Apex definitely. Anybody doing speech for sure until I hear the playback of this video, because I'll probably do an update, of course, for you guys. But are we on overkill time or what?
No. It's, yeah. I think that's pretty much.
So what do you say? Should they buy this piece of scrap or not?
I think for the price, there are better units out there that are more
Sennheiser?
suited. That are more suited. Well, this is 2.4 gigahertz. We already talked about that, about the collisions and stuff, and it should be UHF for vocal.
Okay, I'm not biased in my opinion here, even though I love the Sennheiser.
No.
Okay, I'm not biased. I will give any piece of equipment a chance to impress me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
The battery door and stuff.
The battery door-
There are known issues.
the battery
with
door is a
this.
problem. That timer for your battery
Yeah.
is all over
Not
the
being
place.
able to rely on it. Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, that's bad.
That's a 2. That's 2
Um,
dings.
The headset from Line 6 themselves
Yeah.
absolutely sucks.
Yeah, it does.
You
I don't
know?
like this.
I mean, the mic element is extremely sensitive and really has output to it, which you don't want too much because then you can't control the board.
No.
Because we don't have control at this end. We
No.
only have board control.
Comfort level, Apex wins.
And even though the Apex is a little bit lower output, guys,
You can.
it's
you can
cleaner,
turn
I
it up.
find. It's
Yeah.
a lot cleaner
It
signal.
is.
And all I had, and with it, I actually had to have my gain up and my slider and my fader up a little higher to get the output I did out of this, which I don't mind because it's not that much of a growth
You
to
can
do it.
bring it up.
You
Yeah.
know, you can bring it up if you need to. That thing there, it's like,
It's like, oh, turn it down, turn it down.
it's actually probably worse than this at 0 dB.
Yes. Yes, it was. It actually was.
Yeah. So,
Worse than that at 0.
yeah, like, I can just go like this and go, hey, I'm at 0 dB now. Holy cow! And I can hear a little bit of ringing back in the speaker.
But
But now I can just go boom that quick.
click.
And I fixed
change.
it right there.
Yeah. What do we have to do with this one with the line 6 on
Shoot it with a gun.
We had to change the
We had to change. We had to change the gain. We had to change
We had to
the aux chant
turn the
and the
volume
aux
down
and
yeah.
the aux.
We had a lot of stuff to do to get control of the line 6 headset,
Yes, which is bad.
which is bad. Speaking from a sound tech view, the less you got to do, the better. If you've got to put out
You-
4
you-
different fires,
If you have to spend half an hour to do something that should take you 5
it
minutes,
just click, done.
that's bad. That's really
That's
bad.
better.
This is the most in-depth review you guys are ever going to see in your life on this stuff,
well,
okay?
really,
I've
we're
never seen
talking
videos
about,
even half as long as this.
we're really talking about a few things here.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about the Line 6 setup.
We
here.
touched on Sennheiser a little bit.
We touched on Sennheiser, and we
And-
talked about FiFine. We talked
And I think
about
this is the cheapest
guitars
Sennheiser.
and stuff.
I think
like
this is the cheapest Sennheiser you can get.
I think so,
Yeah. So,
but it's
and I really like that G3 Evolution. That was a nice one. But $780,
but
I couldn't
How do
justify.
you justify that? Yeah.
Like, I am not a touring
Unless you're
musician.
digging.
I do not need that, okay?
Yeah.
This is working. I mean, I've been dealing with a $50 unit from China, for crying out loud, for a long time, and I still like it. I just can't afford to keep putting out all that money for the batteries for the receiver
But
side.
it's a nice backup. In case
It is a nice
anything
backup,
goes wrong,
so
you send that
this
one
goes in for warranty. I still got
You
a working
a
unit.
wireless something.
Yeah, and I even like the headphone that came with this too, the mic. It's great, you know.
So anyway,
That's my stuff.
thanks for joining us, and I hope we've given you a lot to think about and a lot to ponder on. Pros and cons. Can you live with them? Is it worth it to you?
What do you think for a fair star rating? And then we'll compare notes here.
Okay, on the Line 6.
On the Line 6, what do you think it deserves?
Okay.
Honestly, without being a Line 6 basher here.
No, I'm not. I'm
You
not.
know.
I'm just giving it a fair, whoa, gee, now
Yeah.
we're at 2:20. Okay, we haven't
2
been here
minutes or 2 hours?
I must say.
Yeah, it's about half dead up, a little over
it's
half
almost-
dead.
Yeah.
It's ready to flatline.
Anyway,
Paddles quick.
battery door, the timer thing for the battery.
For the
2.4 and all
the
of
2.4
that
you can only
falls
mildly pick on.
mildly, but it's still there.
It's still a concern.
It's still there. Out of 5, I'm thinking
And remember, everything loses something because it's not perfect. Nothing is.
I put that this Line 6 setup
With the line.
with the Apex.
With the Apex first, yes.
Apex. I would put it at probably 3.5.
Okay, and with the line 6,
With the Line 6 headset, 3. It loses half a star.
you're being nice.
Yeah, half a star for the headset just for the Line 6 because it works. It does work, but it's got issues. It's got gotta configure stuff there, and the comfort value.
Okay. So, in my opinion, somebody who's been at this game for many, many a decade,
Line 6 with the Apex star rating.
with the Apex, and of course, keeping in mind all the flaws we've talked about, so we
Yes.
don't have to reiterate that. With the Apex, I'm going to go 3 3/4.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at 3.5, so yeah, that's close.
With the Line 6 headset, we're down to about 2.5.
You, you really don't like the Line 6 headset. Okay, got it.
Microphones make it or break it.
Yeah.
Completely. Okay. We're talking, where'd I put it? I keep going back to this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
$50, okay? $50. Give me my 50 cents, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys the headset that came with mine. I'm not going to turn this on because we don't have time for that. This is already way too long. We're at 44 minutes already.
That's okay.
Okay.
We're covering a lot of stuff.
Well,
Covering a lot of stuff in here, and it's
with
if
shipping,
somebody wants to know, they'll watch.
okay. With shipping, this was $24 as a replacement for my FiFine because FiFine doesn't sell an actual replacement. This is no better, different than the Line 6 one, except it's not quite as loud and sensitive as the Line 6 mic
Right.
element is. This one's actually a little bit wussier, okay? But it's got a pretty clean sound for $24. This is the headset that came with my $50 unit, which is very heavy duty cabling like the Sennheiser and like the Apex. And it's got a nice comfy headset to it. Now I put the elastic band here because this
Just
thing
to
is,
fit it.
it's a lot bigger wire hoop than what my Sennheiser has. And it has a really kick butt microphone in this as well, which has canceling capability. So this and my receiver, which is plugged in, who cares? You guys have seen it on my channel if you've watched it, or hers. But for $50, I mean, this is a heck of a unit. Okay, so, and I can't even adjust the gain on either side of this. This is prefixed gain. Okay,
That's kinda like
now
this
we
one.
suspect that the Line 6 is prefixed gain only because we can't find anything in the manual yet that says whether or not you can adjust the gain on it, but we can definitely do
Oh.
it at the board, and this is definitely at a very high output gain rate because of where the gains are set, even for our worship leader, is ridiculously low
Yeah.
where it had to be set on that board. On my board, it's set much higher to get the same sort of thing going because you don't want to feedback the system. But anyways, guys, that's where I'm at with this myself. I'm a little more harsher, but I've also been at the game a lot longer, and I'm a very picky person because I'm also the one using this sort of equipment day in and day out. And I've played around on a lot of equipment. You know, I've experimented with different types of gear all the time. As you guys know, if you watch even my channel, I have a lot of music gear I've been going through over the last few years, buying it from Long McQuaid, taking stuff back, renting stuff, borrowing stuff. I mean, back and forth crazy. It's like, I need gear, but I need certain gear to do. And it's very important to have the right
That's
gear.
why you get so much, is to refine it down to what you
Yeah.
can use and what's good and
Yeah.
what's not.
Now, if I was a professional touring musician, I wouldn't give you a red cent nickel for Line 6
No.
because it's not going to stand up.
No.
Okay? But, and I mean nothing Line 6 is going to stand up to a professional touring musician. That's why I wouldn't recommend my Sennheiser unit for pro tour musicians because they would destroy it. So they need the higher end Sennheiser like the G3 Evolution or the G4. So, but anyways, that's all I'm going to say. I'm shutting up now, so there goes my mute button.
He muted himself. Normally that's my job. Anyway, so
She likes to mute me.
thanks for thanks for joining us. As again, I hope we've given you a lot to think about, a lot of information. I know it's a lot to take in. Feel free to go back and review whatever parts you missed or want to listen to again specifically. Anyway, there's our opinions, and they do differ, which also proves there are opinions. It's not a setup thing. He has his opinion, I have mine. We've presented the facts, good and the bad. And again, it's what you can live with, what you want to pay for, etc. So, such as it is, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye.
See ya.